Hello guys and welcome to your 21st Java tutorial in which we're going to be going over 2D graphics in Java. Now I think you guys are going to find that this is a really kind of interesting and exciting topic. So without further ado, let's get started. So what pretty much how you display graphics or content to the user in Java is usually through a JFrame. Now what a JFrame is pretty much like a separate type of window. So you see like here's our coding window. And when we actually create a JFrame, we pretty much just create a separate type of window. That's pretty much like this coding window, except we can modify it. And this is pretty much different from what we've been doing so far. This is very different from what we've been doing so far, as we've been working at our console window most of the time. And this is actually taking interaction with the user to a different window or to another whole nother pretty much dimension of possibilities and stuff we can do with the user. So pretty much what this window is called a JFrame. So this JFrame will help us provide content to the user because we can put stuff on it, we can draw stuff on it, we can do a whole bunch of stuff with it. And then the user doesn't even have to see what's going on. He doesn't have to open the console window to see what's going on. He can just see everything right away on a window. So what we actually need to do first before using this JFrame, we need to import it from javax dot swing.jframe. And here we're importing the JFrame class from JavaX, which is pretty much a Java extension, from the Swing package, which has a lot of graphic related tools, and we're importing the JFrame. Let's actually create an instance of the JFrame simply by typing JFrame window and setting it equal to a new JFrame, or calling its constructor, as you may recall from a previous tutorial. So now that we've done that, and by the way, just very simple breakdown here. I don't know, creating a variable window of type JFrame, setting it equal to a new JFrame. Yeah, you guys have learned this stuff. So what we want to do after is we want to actually set the size of this window to be what we want it to be. So if we, for example, set the size to 640, 480, pardon that, it will make a window with that's 640 pixels wide by 480 pixels high. And if we just do these two simple statements and we run the program right now, we are going to get nothing. And that is because we haven't actually made this window visible, or we haven't even actually finished coding this window. And that's because Java requires you to have many things already set for your window before you can actually see it. And this is kind of it's slightly tedious to create a window, but Java knows exactly what it's doing when you've given it an extensive amount of information about the window you're creating. So that's what we need to do right now. We need to provide the rest of the information by simply putting window dot set title, which is actually an optional function, but hey, let's set a title just, for no reason. I think it's just pretty cool to see a title. This is a frame of J's, otherwise known as a J-frame. Sweet. Alright, we've just given the user a useful fact. Alright, after setting the title and the size, we have to actually do something called setting the default close operation. Now what this pretty much does is it tells the window what to do when it's closed. So when we close the window, what do we want to do exactly? Well, all we really want to do in this case is to end the program or terminate the program. And how we need to tell Java that we want to do this is by simply typing jframe.exitOnClose in these parentheses. And pretty much exitOnClose is a constant from the JFrame class, and we're simply using it to tell that Java, or to tell the compiler more specifically, that we want to end the program when the frame has been closed, or when the window has been closed. And last of all, we want to set the visibility of the window. And I know it's kind of stupid that you need to set the visibility of a window. Sorry, let's type that correctly. But it has to be done actually. Oh crap. Alright, let's see. I have an easy fix for this. Ready? Dot set visible. Oh, set visible. Sorry. All right, I was pretty close. You know what, guys? I was pretty close. And really, this comes in really handy when you actually need to make a video invisible, or for reasons that I can't think of right now. But you might actually need to make the windows invisible when you want to hide them from the user, or make them visible again when you want to show them to the user. So there's really kind of a lot of stuff involved here, and it's just practical to set the visibility when you start to whatever you want it to be. So when we run this program right now, we will have a JFrame right here, and it looks exactly like a window. It has a nice title. This is a frame of J, otherwise known as a JFrame. Uh, it is 640 by 480 pixels wide. Sorry, 640 pixels wide by 480 pixels high. Said that wrong there. And it is clearly visible as we set it to true, and we can see it right now. And by the way, guys, check this status right here. This status of the program. And when we close this window, the program's going to exit, or it's going to terminate right here, which satisfies, or which explains more or less this line of code right here, and ensures that it has been executed correctly. So anyways, one other thing I want to do with you guys is I just want to, sorry guys, that was the calculator class from a previous tutorial. I want to show you a cool thing you can do simply by importing something from the java.awt library, and that's pretty much just the abstract window toolkit library. If we import a rectangle, or something called a rectangle class, from this library, we can actually manually create a rectangle. Simply putting rectangle rect and setting it equal to a new rectangle. Pretty much all we're doing here is creating a variable rect, or creating an instance of a class rect. It's of type rectangle, and we're setting it equal to a new rectangle. Now, as you guys remember, once again from constructors, this rectangle has many different types of constructors, and one of them is actually defining the x value of the rectangle, the y value, its width, and its height. And the x and y values are of the top left point of the rectangle. And this is obviously just the width and height. So I don't know, let's just set the x coordinate of the top left corner to 5, the y coordinate to 10, and let's set the width to 300 pixels and the height to 100 pixels. Now, you're probably asking me, what can we do to actually display this rectangle on our JFrame, or display it so the user can see it? Well, that is a very good question, and it's not as simple as you possibly think. But this is information or a topic that I will go over in the next tutorial. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've gotten kind of introduced to this world of, graphical Java, of JFrames, and of, rectangles, I guess, so far. Just very, very simply introduced, guys. So we'll definitely be going over all these concepts more in the next few tutorials. But anyways, stay tuned, guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.